Hi everybody, this is Lonnie. Today we're going to walk through first project tutorial. You can customize it how you like, but on this I'm going to make some assumptions that you're not very well adept at using the machines yet. You're a brand new user. You basically understand Windows, and that's about it. We're going to try to walk you through so you can start exploring and doing stuff on your own. Here on the screen you see I've opened up WeCreat Make It. And if you just installed it or whatever, if there's updates or whatever, it'll pop this screen up here. You can hit upgrade now to upgrade it, or you can hit the X on the upper right hand corner to pass it by. I tend to pass it by until it's been out for a while, make sure there's no bugs in it or whatever, but do that. Then there'll be some announcements that pop up from time to time. You can pass them up. But now you're on your first screen. There's all these different things that you can click on and make. If they're not there, you might have to sign in. And when you ordered your machine, they sent you an email, and that has the name and password in order to sign in. Otherwise, you hit Canvas, and your Canvas WeCreat will show up on the screen here. Now, what we're just basically going to do is we're going to engrave on a piece of wood, just a little something to test everything out, and I'll show you how to go about doing that now. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this all on the same screen, so I'm going to minimize this. And then I'm going to do this. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to look for an image. And it can be anything you want. Let's do cat. And I'm going to type cat line art. And do a search on that, and all these different images will come up. Click on images, and it'll show you all these different images on the screen. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to pick one. Let's pick this one. You have to watch too. Some of them are copyrighted, so you want to pick something that's not. Just keep everything on the legal side. Let's do this one here. Okay, I double clicked on it, and now this sidebar comes up with the image on it. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to save image as, and then you pick a place where you're going to save it, and you need to remember where you're going to save it at. I'm just going to put it in my WeCreat directory, and I'm going to rename it Cat1. Now you notice down here below it says JPEG image. You got to watch the format. If it's a format that you can't pull up later, you may have to pull it up in a different Windows program like Paint or whatever, and then save it as a JPEG so you can bring it back. But in this case, it's already a JPEG, so I'm going to save it. I'm going to minimize that. I'm going to bring back up WeCreat. Here's my blank canvas. I'm going to come over here to upload. I'm going to click upload, and I'm in my directory. I'm going to go find where I put Cat1. There's Cat1, and click on it and open it. Content is larger than your canvas. Scaled to fit, yes. Okay, so now what it's done is it's made it smaller. Now what I want to do is I'm going to make this so that I can cut it out. And if I did it like this now and tried to cut it out, what I would end up with would be a square on the outside of it. I want a contoured outside of it. So what I'm going to do is take away the background, and the way I can take away the background is I hit edit image, and this little paintbrush here, I'm going to click on it. It says tolerance 32. I'm going to bump it up to like 97, and then I'm going to click on the background here, and what it's going to do is take all that background away so that it's not there anymore. And then we click in between the two cats here, so there's no background now. Anything that's checkerboard like that doesn't exist. Once I got it to where I want it, I'm going to hit confirm, and now you see that the background that was here is now all gone. Okay, so next thing I want to do is, with the image clicked on, I'm going to come up here to contours, and we hit contours, and you see the little yellow line shows up around the outside of the cats. If I want that to be that far out, I'd leave it like that. If I want it to be farther out, I'd hit the plus or minus or slide the scale here, and the distance between the outside and inside of the cats would change. Alright, so that's where I want it, right there. I'm going to hit confirm. Now I'm going to take the yellow line with it highlighted. I'm going to hit cut, and those are my settings for cut. Now with I'm going to highlight the cats, and now it's set for bitmap engrave, but I need to set the parameters for that. If you go down here to where it says preview, you can see a little line there. If you click on it now, it's going to show you, mine's already set there, but it shows you a wood and a grid. But let's go like it's not even there. Okay, so you're going to click off of the images, and then where it says material, you're going to click on the material, and you're going to select what you got. Wood, basswood, 3mm, paper, corrugated cardboard, leather, whatever. So we're going to wood, it's a basswood, and it's 3mm thick, and I'm going to confirm that. And what that does is that loads all the presets for that particular material. Now if I click on the image and I click over here on this preview line, now if I want it real light, I click up here. If I want it darker, I click down here, middle of the road. I want to click right here. Speed of 150, power of 60. And maybe we'll go one more darker. There we go. 150, 80. Okay, once I've clicked on that, then I just click off of it, and you'll see this over here: 80, 150, and 1. Line density set at 100. You can bump that up a little bit if you want. Basically, line density is how deep and how close the lines are together. So I bumped it up a little bit so it'd be a little bit better. So now I've got all the image on there and everything that I want. Okay, so here I am over at my machine. I got in my junk drawer. I got this piece of wood. Actually, this came as a test piece for something else. I'm just going to do it on the back side of it. This is the 20-watt machine. I'm going to raise the lid, put my piece in there, and I'm going to close the lid. And then I'm going to go back over to the computer, and I'm going to finish some stuff up there. Okay, so I've put my board in there. I'm going to hit refresh. I'm going to grab, while I'm waiting, I'm going to highlight the cat and the contour line, and I'm going to group them together. That way when I move it around the screen, I don't move back and forth. Okay, so there's my piece of wood. I'm going to take my image. I'm going to grab the corner, and I'm going to scroll it down to size that's going to fit on that board. Okay, now before you engrave, you got to hit autofocus, and I'm going to hit autofocus. While it's autofocusing, I'm going to go over and I'm going to look at this laser, and I'm going to make sure that that red dot, the laser focus is on the middle of that wood. Sometimes if you're close to the edge, it'll not be touching it and it'll throw everything off, but now this should be fine. Okay, once it autofocuses, you'll notice the wood kind of moves or changes color or whatever. At that point is where you need to position it exactly where you want, because that's the most accurate it's going to be. So that's where I want it. That's how I want it. Actually, it looks like it might be tilted just a little bit. So up here where it says rotate, I'm going to rotate it -0.5. See what that looks like. No. -1. And it's all trial and error. And that looks better. Maybe. I don't know. The other way you can do it, you can grab up here at the top and tilt it. Just turn it. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get fine adjustments in there, but if you do it by numbers, you get it. Okay, so we're this is a test anyway, so we're just going to do it like this. There's our piece. It's on the wood, autofocused, everything's good. Now I'm going to hit start. This screen comes up. It says this is what it could look like. Processing time is going to be 6 minutes and 16 seconds. Hit send. I'm going to hit send, and it says push the start button to start processing. Okay, I'm going to go over and I'm going to push the start button, and I'm going to let it do its thing, and then I'll be back. I'm also going to turn on my fan. I have a fan that blows exhaust out the window so it doesn't smoke up my office. So let me get this done and I'll be right back. Okay, so my machine just finished up. And it's going back to home. And here's what it did. It engraved the cats and then it cut out around them. And that's what I have. Variations on this, you could put a hole in it, use it as a hanging ornament, double sticky tape, put it on the wall, put it on the bottom corner of a picture frame, add names, just different stuff like that. This is what you can do with it. These are quick and easy. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to buy your images off of these host sites. Just make sure that whatever you pull off the web isn't copyrighted in any way. Always keep it legal. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll try and do some more easy ones just to give you a little more confidence in what you're doing. Like, share, and follow. If you have any questions, let me know.